Hello everyone, and welcome to case study for chapter 8 on Hockenday case. The first question is, using concepts from this week's chapter, describe the primary problems to be solved in the Hockenday case. The primary problems I see in the Hockenday case are communication competencies in section 8.1 and 8.4.3. Having communication competencies develops on the focus of the problem-solving, decision-making, and communication technologies. Also, using the skill increases the problem-solving and decision-making to influence values by relating quality decisions and problem-solving for overall effectiveness to encourage the understanding and importance of the ethical and credible behaviors. The second question, excuse me, is describe the choices Jill has for problem solving and decision making processes, and to make sure that you apply to chapter 8 from our response. My answer is from 8.5. It talks about the methods for problem solving and decision making, choices for a variety of ways and procedures for problem solving and decision making. We're in the 21st century and we're rapidly changing from individual to group team responsibilities. Also in 8.5.1 discusses unique approaches to make decisions on problem solving. Individuals may seek feedback from peers, supervisors, or professional advisors. Individuals have the option to decide on their own or with others. 8.5.2 is discussing group decisions, also known as a leader mandate, which is a leader making a decision and announcing it to the group, sometimes with no regard to disagreement, depending on the authority of the leadership. I also chose 8.5.3 majority rule. It's the standard method for decision making. They can be high in quality, but also ignore central issues, concerns. And my last one is 8.5.4, the powerful minority. Does not seem to be useful because the minority member does not always have the best information to make the decision. And then for question 3, which is the problem-solving process discussed in chapter 8, should Jill consider and why? I believe Jill should take a look at all the problem-solving processes throughout this chapter and discover which one works best for the Hockenday responders. Because if she just chooses one, it might not be right for their organization. By going through different ones, maybe doing trial periods or something, could benefit where she could choose the best one for her company and organization. Question 4 is, should she combine more than one approach? Yes, I believe Jill should combine more than one approach if it's suitable and it works for the organization. Throughout chapter 8, we talk about decision-making. The author talks about decision-making and problem-solving in multi-stages, influences, barriers, processes to solving, and communication technology to increase efficiency throughout organizations to be productive and successful leaders. Question 5 is, according to the text, what are the skills needed for problem-solving and decision-making at Hockenday responders? I chose 8.6 and 8.7. 8.6 is barriers to practical problem solving and decision making, has given us knowledge, sensitivity, expertise, and value competencies essential for organizational effectiveness. Exploring the critical roles, relationships, and responsibilities that relate to the organizational problem solving and decision making skills. It's necessary to understand what could commonly go wrong during a problem solving, even with the best intentions. You could, for example, have an issue and someone thinks that they have the best decision to make it work, and then come to find out it made it worse than better. And I believe that's what 8.6 is talking about. And 8.7 is problem-solving processes, helps individuals and groups move more problem identification to determination of an appropriate action for problem needs. The goal is to produce creative decisions that contribute to organizational excellence. And the last question is, what else from this week's chapter should be considered or applied to this case? I believe Jill should participate in the problem problem solving itself, technical difficulties, and communication competencies to influence better decision making and problem solving processes. Wow, that's a tongue twister. And that concludes my answers to the questions for our case study video. I hope you enjoyed them and got some information from it. And I look forward to your videos as well. Have a great day.